Welcome to the section of our API Developer Guide, where we focus on professional growth. Today, we'll talk about a topic that separates good developers from great ones: API documentation. We will cover what API documentation is, two powerful tools for it, Swagger and Postman, and, most importantly, why documentation isn't just a side task, but an essential part of the development process itself. In its simplest form, API documentation is the official manual that explains how to use an API. Think about when you buy a new smart gadget, you need a user manual to figure out how to set it up. The API is that gadget, and the documentation is the manual. Some people might ask, can't developers just look at the code? The answer is no, because code only shows how something is implemented, not how it's intended to be used. Documentation makes APIs usable without needing to dive into the source code. Swagger is a fantastic tool that's part of the OpenAPI specification. It generates interactive API documentation directly from your code. This means your endpoints are automatically documented, and developers can test the API directly in their browser without writing extra scripts. For example, in a ride-sharing app, Swagger would show the post/book-ride endpoint and allow you to input the pickup and drop-off locations right there, and see the live response. This keeps your documentation and implementation in perfect sync. An important question often comes up: what if the documentation goes out of date? Swagger solves this by automatically generating the docs from the API code itself, ensuring accuracy. While Swagger is great for documentation, Postman is your go-to for testing and collaboration. A Postman collection is a bundle of API requests grouped together that lets teams share, test, and automate API usage. You can save common requests, like logging in or creating a user, and share that collection with your entire team. For our ride-sharing app, a new developer could import the collection with all the key API calls: login, book ride, cancel ride, and immediately understand the workflow without any guesswork. A common point of confusion is whether Postman is the same as Swagger. They are not. Swagger is about documentation and exploration, while Postman is for testing and collaboration. They actually complement each other perfectly. Documentation is not an optional nice-to-have afterthought, it's a core part of an API's delivery package. Think about the reasons why. It helps onboard new developers quickly, giving them a roadmap without them needing to read through all your code. It ensures consistency across your team, so everyone knows the correct request format and response. It improves collaboration between your backend and front-end teams. And it helps with maintenance, because even you might not remember what you built 6 months from now. Without clear documentation, imagine how much time a developer trying to integrate with a major API like Uber's would waste just experimenting. With docs, they can launch integrations in hours. If you ask, why not just document later, the answer is simple: APIs evolve. Writing docs alongside development ensures accuracy, avoids technical debt, and saves huge costs down the road. To wrap up, remember these key takeaways: Swagger provides auto-generated, interactive documentation. Postman collections are your toolkit for API testing and collaboration. And documentation itself is part of the development process. It reduces confusion, accelerates onboarding, and keeps teams in sync. An API without documentation is like a library without a catalog. You might have powerful resources, but nobody knows how to find or use them. Thank you.